Hi, this is 365801 and this is my Mangahaul video for the month of September 2021. So this is a huge stack, isn't it? What happened? What happened to the no-buy month? Yeah, because the majority of this I actually bought in August. Majority. I'm actually filming this mid-September just because I know I've got other parcels on the way. And I don't want this stack to look as bad as it's gonna look if I do it at the end of September. It would look shocking. And everyone would say, well, what was the point in you doing a no-buy month? Exactly. What was the point? And did I? No, I didn't. I spent more money in August on BL and Male Romance than I've ever spent in any other month this year. I'm assuming I haven't actually totaled it up yet. I don't want to. I'm scared. So yeah, there's a lot of titles here. There's a good mix though. So if you're interested in what I've got some new titles and some secondhand titles as well. I'm going to open them up and I'm going to get the flowers that I bought all made up as well so that it's a nice pretty image as well. They do look very early autumnal, September. So I thought it would look nice. Anyway, one of the big things I've been asking people is which out-of-print BL publisher do you think I have completed? And this is, you know, a big deal for me to finally complete a publisher. It's really exciting. So let's just get into it. Show you the first one. The first one that I know arrived, and so this is officially the first one that shows a complete out-of-print publisher. When this package arrived, I knew it was important and I knew it was probably going to be one of the titles that completes a collection, an out-of-print title, so I did put it to the side because it was important. And the title that does complete an out-of-print publisher is Love is Like a Hurricane Volume 1 by Tokiya Shimazaki. It's Volume 1, so I can finally read this 5-volume series. The publisher that it completes is 801. I don't think we're going to be getting anything extra from 801 unless June Manga decides to reinvigorate some of their imprints. I don't think that's going to happen. So this means that I have officially got all 801 media titles. I've got everything. I've ticked them all off. And to be fair, this was a purchase that was going to cost me, and it did. It cost me. I'm not going to lie, it was quite expensive. I think the total, including postage, was £21.63 for this one volume. And every time I've seen this, even as a set, sometimes it's gone as sets, they have, you know, paid around £35 to £40 for the full 1 to 5 volume set, and I did get the rest of the series for very cheap, anywhere between £3 and £5 a volume. So yeah, with the £20 added on, that's kind of about right. So if you're wanting the full set, you're going to have to pay around £35 or something, which is actually not too bad. But you know I'm a cheapskate, so I don't really want to spend too much money. But this is, it's good to have a final set in my collection and to have a really good quality copy. This looks brand new. It looks like the spine hasn't even been broken. It's in really, really great condition. The white paper is still pretty white. There's a little bit of discoloration, not massively discolored at all. And it looks really, really good. It might need a wee... No, it's pretty clean. It's lovely. It's really good condition. But yeah, I did buy it through Abbey Books, but my European seller. Hopefully they'll get the whole shipping thing sorted out. But, great news. To have 801 Media ticked off. I wasn't sure which one I was going to get completed first, but 801 has been the one that's ended up being the one that's come through. The list when I made it, I'll have to work it out. I think it was probably 2 years ago. There was only a few on the list. There was the full set of Love is Like a Hurricane, I've Moved Next Door to You, A Fallen Saint's Kiss, Underground Hotel, volumes 1 and 2, and some of the really difficult Z volumes 2, 5 and 6. They were so hard to find. And yet, actually, in the end, over 2 years, I've been able to collect them. So it's been amazing. This was probably one of the most expensive single volumes. I don't usually spend more than 14 or 15 at a maximum. So to spend £21 on a single volume, and it's, you know, just a normal run-of-the-mill volume, does hurt. It smarts a little. But at the same time, I knew that it was probably going to have to happen. You know, in 6 months' time, I might find it for £5, like World of Books, and I will be spitting blood. But I'm happy today. Today is a really good day to be able to say, I have a complete publisher set, and there's no more to collect. That's it. Done. So the sense of completion in me is really immense right now. So I'm very, very happy. Love is Like a Hurricane. I'll finally be able to read it. Yay! Now, the fun doesn't stop there because on the same day, and also through Abbey Books, I think, they were both actually ordered around July, mid-July, maybe the 14th or 17th. I might have ordered one before I ordered the other. This one, I think I ordered a couple of days before Love is Like a Hurricane. So this actually arrived later. This is one that also completes an out-of-print publisher. So I've done 2 in 1 video. Yay! You knew I'd do it. I knew I'd do it. This one I actually got for a really good deal. This one is Blood Honey Plus. This is Blue title, BLU, and this is Sakyo Yozakura. It's also in pretty good condition. It's not too bad at all. It's a little bit yellowed, but it's got a lovely colour image in the front, which I'm really quite happy with. It's in really quite good condition as well. It's not bad. It probably needs a wee bit of a clean. I can do that with some oil and essential oil and stuff like that. So it looks definitely secondhand, but in pretty good nick. So I'm very happy about that. I also ordered through Abbey Books, but this one was Better World Books, not my European seller. And I think I got it for, well, it says on it $13.49, which I think is £9.70, something like that. So just shy of £10, which is actually not bad. I think it's actually the cheapest I've seen it. I think I have seen it for £13 in the past, and I've seen it for £11 in the past, but they were always acceptable copies, whereas this one I think was put down as a very good copy. And so I was happy to pay less than £10, which is the cheapest amount, for a very good copy. And I do think this is quite a good copy. And so this is the last Blue title that I needed to be able to say I have a complete Blue set. It is pretty historic, this 2 years. My list for Blue was a lot longer, and I managed to get some pretty much the very next month. I got Lovers in the Night and Love Hurts almost straight away. And so I think I must have made this list around September last year. So it has been 2 full years of, you know, trying to collect certain titles, and I managed to get them. And I didn't think Blood Honey Plus was going to be the last one that would be difficult to get hold of, because I had seen it obviously for £13 or £11. I think I did see it once for £8, but it was acceptable, and they showed pictures and it was not acceptable, it was falling apart. So it's just been more and more expensive recently every time I see it. So I'm very happy now. I have 2 complete publishers, both Blue and 801 Media. It is amazing. So I'm very, very happy. I'm kind of overjoyed and also a little bit stunned. Like, you know, when you don't have anything to do and you're wondering what you should do with your life. I often wonder what I'm doing with my life. But celebrating for the moment with Blood Honey Plus. Now I think I will show a new title that I picked up, and it's a pretty fancy schmancy title. It's one that I think Simply G posted on Twitter and said, hey, this is now new, back in stock, you can get a brand new copy. And I was like, quick, buy, and I just went a bit nuts. I did get it from Book Depository. That's where I think maybe she got it from. A new copy, because every other time it's been available, I think I saw it for 50 quid and didn't buy it, and I was gutted that I didn't buy it for 50 quid. And now I'm overjoyed because I got it for £24.74. Woo! That is such a difference. You know, that's 2 volumes, big chunky volumes, gorgeous gold and colour, and it's a work of art, and I know I'm going to have to sit down and actually read it, which is going to be the hardest part, is to actually sit down and go, okay, dedicate however long, and emotional investment into this work. But it's so beautiful, it's lovely, it's such a lovely book, and I'm so happy to have it in my collection. It's one that I had at one point thought, oh, I can get that, because I saw it and then didn't pick it up. And then afterwards realised that it was going for hundreds and hundreds. And then they've reprinted it, and it's just so nice that everyone can get a copy now without having to pay extortionate, fees. So for even secondhand beat up copies. So this one is beautiful, it's new, it's lovely, and I'm so happy to have it in the collection. It's going to go with my Heart of Thomas, which I will continue to say I got for £7. Mwaha. And I do hope that they reprint that as well. I hope that there's reprints of a few of these titles by Moto Hagio. It's just nice. There are other Moto Hagio works out there as well, and a new one that's getting published. So yeah, I will have to endeavour to pick up more of these lovely works of art to put into my collection. Even if they're not strictly speaking BL, or I think they're important works to have. So I'm very happy to have this, and to have it for half the most expensive that I'd ever seen it. £24, just shy of 25. Such a good price for such a lovely book. Now there's another title that someone else put on Twitter, hey guys, this is available in Book Depository, go and pick it up now. It's actually on sale for £6.88. I think it was Rebecca who said that she just bought it, and that is Dick Fight Island by Ike Rebun, and this is obviously a Sublime title, and I did manage to pick it up, Book Depository, for £6.88, which is a really good price, and I'm not sure you can get it now. It's one of those things that they have printed it, and I think they might have reprinted it already, and it's literally just flying off the shelves, because lots of people who don't usually read manga are picking this up. I think it's gone kind of viral on TikTok, and so that's helped to push the sales as well. Lots of people have been, really intrigued by the title, Dick Fight Island, which is very different from the Japanese title, and there was a little bit of controversy there as well, but the author, Ike Rebun, was just like, yeah, it was whatever. The choices were made. And when I first saw this title, I thought, oh god, that's terrible. What a terrible title. Why did they choose that? And now I totally understand, because this is selling so fast. It's literally hotcakes. They can't make enough for it to just be flying off the shelves. And so I wouldn't be surprised if this was in some of the top selling manga of the year. But I have my own copy now. I'm so happy. And yet, I still have the plastic one. Am I going to read it anytime soon? No. I like Ike Rebun's artwork, but I'm not all that interested in actually reading this. But I don't know. If you have read it, what did you think? I want to know. Is it worth ripping the plastic off and reading it right away? It is part of a series, so it's the start of a new one. I have picked up a new series, annoyingly enough, but happy to have this because it is just so popular just now. It's massively popular. So, a very silly comedy BL. There is a need for all things in this world, and comedy BL is definitely there as well. So yeah, I have the golden ticket everyone is after, Dick Fight Island. It's such a silly title. But hopefully worth reading. So at some point during August, Wordy did this little book quiz on their Twitter, and if you took the quiz, you'd get a discount code for anything up to 15% off. I took the quiz and I got my code, and so I went over to Wordy and saw what kind of BL titles they had that were already in a sale or already reduced into a good price, so that I could then get an extra 15% off. And I bought quite a lot, so I'll go through all of them now. Most of them I think are Sublime, but there's a couple of others as well. Yes, I was able to pick up Birds of Shangri-La, as well as the Finder Honeymoon Volume 10. So I was able to get them for really, really good prices. So the first one is Birds of Shangri-La. This is Volume 1 and by Ranma Rosaria. This was published, I think, back in November last year, and I just didn't pick it up. I just didn't have a chance to. It's one that I was able to pick up because it was on a sale already, and with the extra 15% off, I could get this one volume for £5.72. That's the kind of price I like to spend rather than £20. I'd rather get 4 volumes. And it's been a long time since I've been able to pick up a Sublime manga title for £5 something, of like less than £6. Less than £6 is kind of like the goal for a brand new manga, if I can possibly do it. But with the fact that they're now almost all £9.99 or even more, getting them for that price is quite difficult. So I was really, really pleased to get it for less than £6. £5.72 is really good. I know the premise. I know that it's to do with male brothels and a sort of fluffer. Is that what it's called? I don't know. Don't ask me. But it's supposed to be really beautiful, very sexual. Obviously, it's Ranma Rosaria. Of course, that's what we expect and love from her. I do need to pick up the other Coyote volume 3 that came out this year. I have not picked it up yet. That was not on sale, so I did not pick it up. Even with 15% off, I was like, nah, it's too expensive still. So yeah, I will need to pick up the other volumes. I know that is there more Birds of Shangri-La out already? Anyway, there will be. So this is just the volume 1. So another series started for me. Oh, just adding to the things that I now need to buy. That's kind of the point though, isn't it? It's kind of the point. Now that I've completed some collections, I need to continue some. So yes, Birds of Shangri-La will be an enjoyable smexy read that I will no doubt enjoy. Now the other one that came in that particular package was Finder Deluxe Edition Honeymoon Volume 10. This is by Ayano Yamane. I enjoy Finder. I love Finder. It's kind of the same again. It's the same story, just repeated over and over again. And I'm totally fine with that, because that's exactly what I'm expecting, and that's what I like. You can kind of feel like you can pick up the story any volume and it's going to be the same. You're going to understand what's going on. It's always the same. So I have been on the lookout for this for a good price. With 15% off, I got this for an amazing £6.12, so just over the £6 mark. This is one of those $10.99 ones, or if you're in the US, it's $14.99, 20 Canadian. Oof. So yeah, it's the more pricier ones, and I got it for £6.12. I did notice, and you probably saw in the video as well, that their publishing, their spine is offset, so there's been an error in the publishing. And I have to say, I have noticed this with a lot of the Sublime titles in the last year or two. Their quality checking has not been up to standard. I know, I'm saying that when I got it for £6.12. Like, come on, you know, you got a good deal. get over yourself. But at the same time, Sublime is the number one. Let's just tell it like it is. It's the number one publisher. It's the biggest publisher. It's with Viz. If they are not doing quality checking, if they are not ensuring good quality, if they're allowing the quality to go down, then the rest of the industry will or may follow. And we don't want that. We want good quality products. We do not want this to go the same way it did, say, I don't know, like 10 years ago. Come on. So yeah, seeing that this is offset by at least 3mm, I would say, at least 3mm. That's a big discrepancy in the spine art. So if I put them all together, there's going to be a very distinct green line there, which I'm not that bothered about, you know. I'm not all that fussy about these kinds of things. I just don't like to see it because I'm like a perfectionist in other areas of my life. So I'm like, oh. It's like when I read a book recently and it was an arc. So obviously, you know, I don't expect it to be perfect. But they had paid for a proofreader and they did not get a proofreader's job. I ended up proofreading it and I sent them all off the corrections. I wasn't being an ass about it. I just said, hey, there's a few errors you might want to check up on. And so the author contacted me and was like, do you know where the errors were? Could you please tell me? And I was like, I have a list, but I don't want to be an asshole about it. And she was like, please be an asshole. I want to see where the errors are. So I sent off the list of here were the errors, like spelling mistakes or incorrect words, things like that. And she was very happy about that. So yeah, I should probably be doing that because I've been doing a lot of editing work in my life. So yeah, things like the spine just being offset, that's not actually Viz, that's not Sublime, that's the printers. They just need to make sure that they're getting quality checked. So yeah, that's unfortunate. I know that it's happened in the past couple of years quite a lot, and it'll probably happen even more with the way that publishing is at the moment and trying to get hold of titles and trying to get things published because they are stretched. Everyone is after manga just now. So yeah. But to get this for £6.12, very good bargain. And I will enjoy reading this. I don't even need to reread. This is one that I don't need to reread. I literally just rip it open, give it a read and go, great, I know exactly where they are in the story. It's the same story over and over again. And, Asami is fine. He is fine. Yeah, Asami is like, delectable. I don't know. I obviously have a type. A type for my asexual ass, yes. That I don't want to be anywhere near me, but I enjoy looking at. Asami is what I enjoy looking at. So yeah, happy about that one. Now I actually bought quite a lot for this Wordy order, so another 2 packages arrived, 3 in total. This is the second package, and in it there was 3 different volumes of manga. They were all Sublime titles, and they are all part of series, so I'm happy to have them. The first one is Toritan, Birds of a Feather by Kotetsuko Yamamoto. This is volume 2, not wrapped in plastic, so obviously not that spicy. The next one was Punch Up by Shioko Kano, volume 6. So that also continues the series. And the last one was Cast Heaven Volume 3 by Chise Ogawa. Now this first one, Toritan, Birds of a Feather, Kotetsuko Yamamoto, Volume 2, I was able to pick up for £5.72, so less than £6. Very, very happy about this. This is really great because it is a Kotetsuko Yamamoto title, and she had only had New Beginnings, a June manga title, published in print. Now you can also read, Like a Beast? On the Futekia subscription. So it's really good that people are saying, hey, Yamamoto Kotetsuko, she's prolific, incredibly popular, and she has had almost all of her work scanlated. I know that that's the case. Yeah, it is what it is. And Toritan was one that they were able to pick up. And unfortunately, for the longest time, literally as soon as it was published, Volume 1, back in the summer last year, it was out of print, and I've not seen it for sale on any of the online shops for a full year. So I don't know if it's just not being published or reprinted or what, or it's just on the list for reprint, but it's not really that popular, so people aren't getting it. I think it's because people can't get hold of it, because I want it. I've been on the lookout for Volume 1 for the longest time, and I can't find it for love nor money. So yeah, and I do obviously want a good deal for it. So £5.72 is a really good deal for Volume 2. But it's Volume 2, and it's only a 2-volume series. I need Volume 1 so I can actually sit down and read. I'm going to read this. I'm just telling you right now. I'm going to read Volume 2. I don't care. I'm going to read it. It's not got its plastic on. I don't even have to rip the plastic off. So yeah, I'm not going to deny myself just because I don't have it. It's Yamamoto Katetsuko. You have to read it. I love her work. I love her enthusiasm for life and birds and baseball. I did read, she had a few of her digital titles, like, what's it called, like Monkey Darling, like something Darling, Flower Darling or something. I can't remember what it's called in English. And it was like the Flower Shop one, and I have that digitally, and also it's like Twittering Birds, but it was like to do with baseball. And that's a 2-volume series as well, and I have them digitally as well. So I did manage to pick up some of her digital works through June Manga or DMP when they were making them. So yeah, but it's nice to have some of her work in actual print in English after all these years. She's one of our OGs that we need to look after. So if you do happen to come across Volume 1 anywhere, just let me know. Hey, Volume 1 in this shop, in that shop, because I am on the lookout for a Volume 1. I also think that their printing went a little bit askew with, or I don't know, maybe they were too quick getting this out, because their spine work is off a little on this one as well. Their BL Sublime section should be lower. And their explicit content is right near the top when it should be slightly lowered. So I'm not sure that, once again, Sublime are doing what they're supposed to when it comes to checking their actual printing of the books. So I think there's a little bit error there. I don't know, maybe that's another reason why they haven't got loads of copies available. So something to look into. Now, Cast Heaven Volume 3 by Chise Ogawa. I love this series. I hate this series, but I love this series. I got this for £6.42. What a bargain! Another bargain. I did read Volumes 1 and 2 during my Christmas, what was it, the 12 days? Was it 24 days? I don't know. I think it was 25 days of Christmas, of like manga over Christmas period. And one of them I read the first 2 volumes of Cast Heaven. And I had bought them ages ago, and I'd put it off, and I didn't want to read them, and I thought I was going to feel really ugh about it, a little bit like jealousy. I don't really want to read jealousy. There's something about me kind of going, no, don't do that to yourself. And Cast Heaven is kind of like that too, because Ogawa Chise has beautiful artwork, but she also has slightly sinister, she does not treat her characters well. She's yeah, do what you like to them. The Red Theatre one that's available on Futekia as well. So if you want to go check out some of her work, and you've got the Futekia subscription, and that kind of does give you a sort of general idea of how she treats some of her characters. Some of them are just treated like trash. And Cast Heaven, there are some characters who are treated like trash. And unfortunately, I enjoyed it. I know I shouldn't. And I know everyone else is saying the same thing, I should not have enjoyed this, but I really enjoyed this. Cast Heaven is one of those, it's not even a guilty pleasure. I don't feel guilty about it, because I, never feel guilty about getting pleasure, But I kind of feel bad for them. I feel bad that I'm not guilty. I just kind of feel bad, like, oh, that's a shame. Oh. So yeah, volume 3 is the next one that I need to get, and I got it, so I'm happy about that. So I'll be able to read Cast Heaven, volume 3. There is, I think, 6 or 7 volumes. I think they just put out another volume in Japanese, and I think they've had volume 6 out in English. So I am behind in collecting the rest of this series. But they are a little trickier to come by. They do sell out, and also because it's so sexually explicit, they're not always available where you want them to be. And so, yeah, I will need to collect volumes 4 onwards to get the full enjoyment and be able to read the full series. I kind of feel like Cast Heaven's going to end up having the same kind of reputation as 10 Count, that people are like, ooh, and yet they love it and they hate it, that kind of thing. So yeah, maybe a little bit more divisive, but I enjoyed it. Sorry, not sorry. Now the last one that came in that package was Punch Up Volume 6. This is by Shioko Kano. This is a long running series. I managed to pick this one up for £6.42, which is also a really good price, £6.42. So yeah, Punch Up. Shioko Kano is kind of someone who has definitely evolved over time, and I'm not entirely sure if her work is always enjoyable, and or her characters enjoyable to read. Punch Up, I know, has some issues. I did a reread maybe when Volume 5 came out, because Volume 5 was such a shocker that she had actually continued the series and that Sublime were continuing to print it, and that it came out so long after the first 4 volumes. That Volume 6 is also kind of like, oh wow. So I will need to reread the full series and then jump back into it, because I know it's to do with like architect, yeah, and the like person who works in a building site. So yeah, it's kind of one that is connected to Playboy Blues, which is also still ongoing. She just kept on with it, bless her. So yeah, some of her work I've really enjoyed. Some of her particular volumes I've really liked, especially her short story collections. But Punch Up is one that's kind of, it's okay as far as I remember. But I know people have had some issues with it, and I know some people have not enjoyed some of the representation or terminology. And that also might be due to the time period when it was originally produced, and it might also be due to the choices made in translation. There are always choices made in translation, and some word choices that I'm always on the lookout now in some of the works, especially some of the translated Sublime works. There's a particular translator, I won't name them, who has used some words that I'm like, ugh. But also, it could be that that's what it is in Japanese. It's just how it is. So, yeah, Punch Up will have to be a reread, but I don't know if I can actually sit down and allow myself the time to sit and read volumes 1 through 5 just so I can read volume 6 anytime soon. So it's going to get put in a to be read pile that will be hopefully done by the end of the year. We shall see. But it's not one that I'm like, oh, I have to read this right now. It's more like I got this for a really good deal, so I'm adding it to my pile. So the third and final package for my Wordery order that I got my 15% off that I'm going to keep going on about, because guys, get your discounts, get your discount codes. This is Cherry Magic. 30 years of virginity can make you a wizard. And this particular one is volume 3. This is written by Yu Toyota, and this is a Square Enix manga. And now Square Enix are kind of new. Well, Square Enix manga is new to the manga market, and new to the BL market as well. New to LGBTQ manga. I'm looking forward to getting maybe some other Square Enix works. But I am also looking forward to picking up volumes 1 and 2 so I can actually read this. It does have the parental advisory explicit content little mark on the front, so ooh. Although I did have a wee flick through and I don't think there was much in terms of the explicit content in this one. I think this kind of takes you up to near the end of the drama, which I did watch. It was available on YouTube, actually. I don't know which, was it WeTV or something like that? They someone had it legally available in the UK. I don't think it was available in America though on YouTube at the same time, because they were getting licensed by someone else. Anyway, it was legally available. I watched it way back in January or February. Loved it. Of course, the first episode I watched and I was like, no, why do the Japanese dramas never choose the prettiest boys? The Chinese dramas always have the prettiest boys. And then literally by the end of the first episode, I was like, they're so cute! I love them! Like, protect. So bad. So easy. So yeah, Cherry Magic. I have wanted to get the manga and have a proper read of it. And I know that they're volume 4 and I think volume 5. I think there's actually quite a lot of volumes. So I do want to pick them up. They are a little bit pricier than I would want to always pay. I think the cheapest you can get them for usually is maybe just shy of £9, £8 something. So if you can get it for £8 something, that's usually like the best deal you can get. So £6.60 was really, really good. I was very happy to be able to get it for that much. And I will be on the lookout for the rest of the volumes because I do want to read it. I do think I can just pick this up and read this one because I know the story and I know the characters. So I'm literally just going to be reading along with it and going, oh, I kind of know this. So volume 4 will be one where it'll be new to me. But I do want to pick up volume 1 and 2 as well, obviously. So yeah, look out for more Square Enix. I need to make a list of Square Enix manga that I will need to get. I'm happy to have this one added to the collection. A new title again. Now this next one is not actually a manga as much as it is a graphic novel. And I did have my eye on this series for a long time. But Amazon had it reduced down to, I think, £6.15, and that is Fence Volume 1, a Yalsa Great Graphic Novels for Teens pick. C.S. Paquet, Joanna the Mad, and Joanna La Fuente. I hope I haven't butchered those names. This is Volume 1. I think there's 3 volumes, and then there's a Rivals series as well. And I have been keeping an eye out. I think usually they're around 7, 8, 9 more. And this one being down at £6.15, I was like, £6, it's a good buy, go get it. Volume 1. I was not expecting it to be so big. It's really quite substantial. It's quite a slim volume. It's not very wide either. You know, from a normal manga perspective, it's wider, obviously, and it's quite tall. So it's a strange dimension, I guess. Inside, it's lovely. There's loads of colour images. It's like colour throughout. This story is about fencing rivalry. And I've had a wee quick look through, and I haven't read it all, but I have had a wee bit of a read. And it seems like it's easy, accessible, kind of teen drama. Sports manga, if you will, type thing, which I love. I love anything to do with sports. Sports mangas, yay! And this graphic novel has got quite a popular following, so I'm looking forward to picking up more. I'm looking forward to reading it properly. I hope that it's good. I know that C.S. Paquet has written other things as well, like sort of light novels, so I might have to give some of those a bit of a go as well. So yeah, I'll be keeping my eye out and slowly and surely trying to pick up more graphic novels rather than just manga. I am obviously coming to the end of my out of print type publishing buyers, so I will need to rewrite my BL wish lists and things I'm on the lookout for, and I think there will be more graphic novels, BL-esque graphic novels in that wish list. and so Fence is definitely being added to that because I do want the rest of the series. It's a nice, slim little graphic novel. If you've read it, and if you know anything about it, let me know in the comments below, because I would like to, if you've got any other like graphic novel recommendations, I would very much appreciate them, because I don't have very many. I think Heartstopper is like the main big one that I've been reading, and everyone's been reading and enjoying, so I'd like more, although there is always more manga as well. So yeah, more recommendations please, and graphic novels, not necessarily Japanese manga. Now I got Fence at near, I think, the beginning of August, and I ended up getting this at the end of August, also from Amazon, and that is Ten Dance Volume 1. Absolutely fantastic to have the actual physical volume. This is by Inoue Sato, and this is Kodansha Comics title, and I was incredibly lucky to get this for £5.25. This is usually at least £10, and this is quite a thick, chunky one. I do remember when I read this, I also read this last December, Volume 1, and I have Volume 3, 4, and 5. I just don't have Volume 2 now in physical. And I read Volume 1 digitally because I bought digital version for like 99p from Amazon back in April 2020, and it was so good. It was like really quite text heavy. It's really a thick volume. There's a lot going on. It's definitely worth your money. But £5.25, I got it for a really good price, because it's always so expensive. So I'm just on the lookout now for a good priced volume 2. Usually the Kodansha titles, £7.99 is like, you're lucky to get it for £7.99. So for £5, I'm overjoyed. This is such a good, chunky, good quality work, and also it's just such a great work. So beautiful, the art is stunning, the sexual tension between these two, Shinyas. I love the Shinyas. They are just so exquisite. It's simmering like a pot of boiling water, just sitting there on the stove. Like little movements, little things, like him grabbing his chin. Does things to me. Something about men dancing together. I do really enjoy this, and I do want to sit and read the full series. Once I get volume 2 in physical, I will sit and binge the whole thing. Not like Punch Up when I'm like, yeah, I don't want it, I can't bother. 10 Dance is like, oh no, I'm going to, and I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna enjoy it, and it's gonna be a full day, maybe 2 days of taking your time and really just absorbing it all in, and giving it the time and space that it deserves, because it's such a good work. I love Inoue Sato's artwork, her expressions, and it's like tension. She knows how to draw tension, whether it's tension in a room or tension with words, but the sexual tension, the energy, it's so good. I know that this was, I think, originally in a BL publication, and then it was changed over to a seinen publication, and I think there was a lot of people going, oh no, but what about the BL? But I don't think she's taken it out, but then we'll see. I haven't read past this one. This first volume was the one that everyone just went woof over. Woof! So good! So yeah, to be able to get this, which I've been on the lookout for ages, for £5.25 is really good, because it's just so lovely to have brand new copy for that amazing price. Now I know this video is already going to be super long, longer than I really wanted it to be, but I am a chatty Betty, so my name is not actually Betty, it's just a phrase that we use in the UK, chatty Betty. This one I actually got from someone, I won't say who it is, They probably know, because if they're watching this, they'll be like, oh hey, that's from me. I got a DM from like, hey, do you want to buy any of these? I'm selling them. And I was like, oh, I need to message her back. And then I was really busy in August, and then I kept forgetting. And then I didn't message her back. So very sorry, I didn't message you back. I was supposed to, and I didn't. And then I saw that she was actually selling them on eBay, and I bought them anyway. She had other things for sale that I was like, oh, do I want to buy that? Oh, but this one I did actually buy from her. So yes, thank you. Thank you. It was lovely packaged, and it's in amazing condition. This shows that it's gone from one loving home to another. This is Canis Dear Mr. Rain by Zach. This is by Kuma. Kuma Publishing. I have to say, they have some of the best quality publishing, like the quality of the paper, quality of the binding, the quality of the ink, the quality of the ink on the paper, the attention to detail. Kuma know how to produce a good solid book. They know what they're doing. It's beautiful. I have no idea what this is about. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I know that they have like volume 1 and 2, I think, in Japanese, and that they got a brand new cover reveal, and everyone was going on about how great it was, and I think it changed publisher or something to do with this. So I'm not sure if we're ever going to get the rest of this story, because I do think this is a 2-volume story. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know for sure. But I know that I saw lots of stuff on Twitter with people going on about it, and I'm like, I haven't read it, I don't know what it's about. As I do. This is what I do when I'm on Twitter. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it. I don't know what it's about. No idea. I just know that it's beautiful, and that it's by Kuma. And I do actually trust Kuma to produce some good quality work, because the only one other volume that I have from Kuma, I was so blown away by how amazing the quality was. So yeah, I know lots of people go on about how great this story is, and how the second volume looks like it would be really good as well. So hopefully, if there is more, I can get more and eventually pick it up very slowly. I do need more Kuma works. There's a few other things that they've produced that I have not actually bought yet. They are good quality, and so you see that in the price as well. So I really need to just like buy it, suck it up and say, fine, here. Because I want it, and thank you, it's beautiful. So yeah, I do need to invest more in the Kuma publications of their BL. I don't know, I'm gonna have to make another list. It's another list time, I think. But yeah, Canis looks lovely, and the artwork is beautiful in the front. So I'm looking forward to reading that at some point. Now this is the final volume that I have to show you today, and I thought I would save another out-of-print title to show you for the end, as I've shown you quite a few new titles, and the older out-of-print titles were the ones that were at the start of the video. And so this one is another out-of-print title, and one that I have had my eye out for a long time, and eventually found it. I think I got it through We Buy Books, and I think it might have also been through Amazon Marketplace rather than like Abbey Books or somewhere else, or eBay. And I was able to get it. Suggestive Eyes by Momoko Tenzin. This is very yellowed inside. This is one of the older, or the later ones that were produced by June Manga. So this is April 2009. It's very yellowed inside, but I only paid £5.90 and then £2.80 shipping, so it was £8.70. And I have seen this advertised for at least 40 quid, sometimes more, like ridiculous price. So to be able to get it for £8.70, I'm once again absolutely thrilled. I don't know, I think I was actually like more thrilled to get this one because it's one I've never seen cheap. I have never seen Suggestive Eyes cheap. I've never seen it. So when I saw it for cheap, I was like, yay! And maybe because I did actually buy The hurricane one, Love is Like a Hurricane, for a lot of money, whereas Suggestive Eyes, I did get it for a bargain price. Less than recommended retail price, which is always good. And it is Momoko Tenzin. I actually quite enjoy her. She does have same face itis, which is just something that happens. But I do enjoy her storytelling. Flutter is one that I really, really enjoyed. So there's a few of her other works that I have and I've just never actually read. So I do think I need to have a Momoko Tenzin reading challenge to myself and just read all of the works that I have of hers. I'm very happy to have this. This I'm showing at the end because it is one of the later ones that arrived just fairly recently. So I think it was one that arrived in September. It's definitely a September haul. I think I got it for my reading vlog at the start of the month. So you can go check out that video if you're interested, where I read some NetGalley comics. And so I was really happy to get this June manga title. Now the reason I put it at the end is because as much as I'm super, super happy that I was able to complete 2 publishers, which is a massive, massive deal, believe me, there is still so many other titles, out-of-print titles that I don't have, that I still have in the back of my mind as white whales that I'll never actually get. I won't be able to complete, and I won't have in my collection. And yet one day I do. It's just one of those things. So it's kind of like a reminder, if you ever feel like it's difficult to pick up things, just be patient, just give it time. One of the things that I had difficulty getting a good quality copy of, which was my last blue title, You Will Drown in Love, You Will Fall in Love, those titles. Someone had it, all 3 of them for £14. 3 of them for £14, just a couple of weeks after I picked that one up. Like the cost of one, you could have gotten all 3. Literally, be patient, things will turn up. They will fall into your hands eventually. And I have to say this out loud to remind others, but mainly just to remind myself that just be patient. Eventually things will come to you. Like Drunken Dream, Moto Hagio's work, £50, and that was a bargain. And then a few years later, everyone's able to get it for, a less than recommended retail price. Fantastic. Brand new copy. It's all about keeping an eye out, being patient, and just allowing yourself to enjoy the collection process. So, yeah, Suggestive Eyes is a reminder to keep on keeping on and not to stress. So that is everything that I picked up for the month of September and August. Mainly August, let's be honest. Let's go from the bottom. There is C.S. Pacat, that's Fence, Volume 1. Then there's Drunken Dream and Other Stories by Moto Hagio, a really fantastic title. Then I've got Ten Dance by Inoue Sato, that's a Kodansha title. Then I have Suggestive Eyes, Momoko Tenzin, an old June manga title. Then I have Cherry Magic, 30 Years of Virginity Can Make You a Wizard, Volume 3 by Yu Toyota. Then I have Blood Honey, or Blood Honey Plus. That is Sakyo Yozakura? Yozakura. I got it right. I can't read. Then Love is Like a Hurricane, Volume 1, Tokiya Shimazaki. These 2 together complete those 2 publishers, so I'm very, very happy about that. Then another publisher, and that is Kuma, and this is Canis Dear, Mr. Rain by Zach. This is a second-hand title in immaculate condition. Immaculate. Then I have a whole stack of Sublime titles, starting with Punch Up, Shioko Kano, Volume 6, Cast Heaven, Ogawa Chise, Volume 3. Then I've got Finder, that's Volume 10, Ayano Yamane. Then I have the Toritan Birds of a Feather, Kotetsuko Yamamoto. Then I've got Dick Fight Island by Ike Drebun. And then at the top I've got Birds of Shangri-La, and that is a Ranmaru Zarya title, volume 1. Oh, so I think there's like 14 volumes there, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes, 14. Now what was my aim, this class, what was my aim for each month? It was to purchase a maximum of 7 volumes. So I think I have to say this is both August and September's together, because then it's like, I just got my 7 volumes. Because otherwise September looks really bad. Whereas most of this was actually purchased in August. So, yeah. August was a really bad no-buy month. I'm not gonna lie. But it was, some of these were actually purchased in July, and they just took a long time coming. Some of them were purchased because I got a discount code and they were already on sale. Some of them it was like, quick, get it before it sells out. And others were because they were suddenly discounted. And so I actually got a lot of these for a really good price. The only one that is not a really, really good price is Love is Like a Hurricane Volume 1. But even then, it's kind of about the same price as you would expect. And if you wanted to go buy it just now, just the single volume, you're going to pay £60 or £70. So for 20, that's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. I hope you enjoy the flowers in the background. They are lovely. Really nice September, like new autumnal time. And I'm enjoying that it's starting to cool off a little bit, and it's sweater weather now. So I'm enjoying the cozy atmosphere of the leaves starting to fall and turn, and wanting to snuggle up and read in a comfy chair, even though I have other things that I'm supposed to be doing. I hope to get into reading more manga. I've had a bit of a reading manga slump. I have actually been reading loads and lots of audiobooks, and lots of male romance, lots of arcs and things like that, and free things from NetGalley and stuff. So I have been reading and trying to get things done work-wise. It's been very busy, and in my own life as well, we've had some joyous news, and I became an auntie again, which is really exciting. So yeah, nice things happening. Life is just ticking over, and I am buying manga. The world carries on. So this is a really great haul this month's. Hopefully next month will be a lot smaller, but this is exciting for me. I will have to start anew. It's been 2 years since I made these lists, and I will now need to make new lists. So I'm looking forward to the process of sitting down and going through the different publishers that are now publishing and seeing what is being produced and what I now need to pick up to add to this BL collection. It's kind of the end of an era and the beginning of a new one. It feels cyclical. So I'm very happy to have 2 complete out-of-print BL publishers in my collection. It's very good. I hope you've enjoyed my quest over the past 2 years. You've been able to witness that with every manga haul. I've got closer and closer. So I hope you've enjoyed the journey as much as I have enjoyed it as well. Thanks for sticking with me for these past 2 years. I've enjoyed your company too. I hope you're well. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.